welcome to the Voice of Reformation. Thank you for joining us, and once again, you are welcome to this particular episode. Today we are continuing on the School of Values as we've been doing for the past couple of weeks. This Voice of Reformation is brought to you by the New African Concept. We are a movement that is committed and dedicated to the holistic transformation of the nations, even of Africa. And it is a charge and a move where we implore you, our viewers, to also take up that consciousness of national development and patriotism, to develop yourselves and build yourself even in such a way that it affects and extends to the society and the country and continent at large. And so I'm excited you are here. In today's episode, we are discussing an interesting value. Today we are looking at the value of egalitarianism. The value of egalitarianism. Yes, big word, I know, but I'll break it down. So when we talk about the value of egalitarianism, I mean, what is egalitarianism? An egalitarian society is a society where the field is made equal for all to partake in. An egalitarian society, I repeat, is a society where the field and opportunities and avenues that are created are done so in the bracket or envelope of equality, such that everybody has an equal opportunity to step into the field and the avenues and platforms that have been created. So when we have an egalitarian society, I mean, then things really begin to prop up and things really begin to take shape on every aspect of national development. But is that what we see in our world today? Definitely not. You see, when we do not value egalitarianism or that aspect of equality in the presentation of opportunities and avenues, then there's some of the things that we start seeing which demonstrate that we do not hold this value in respect or understand what it means to have an egalitarian society, is that we start to create an exclusive separation of people in the various fields of national development, where in such cases, very few people get the opportunity, and not through the best of means, to grasp or lay hands on a particular platform, such that because they know that they are the only ones that are in that place, begins to breed a sense of elitism, because we are the only ones that have access to this particular opportunity. And so we begin to look at ourselves in such a way that we are special and the others are inferior. So an egalitarian society, or a society that does not value egalitarianism, breeds elitism. It comes to a place where it starts to separate the people and begin to cause people to feel more superior than they are, even against the other folks. And this is something that does not encourage a level field, or a place where people are able to express themselves and show what they really have. So that is one major consequence when a society is not equal in the presentation of its opportunities and platforms. Another thing is that, you see, when we are not given equal opportunities to earn our place, then the few that are in position begin to monopolize the system. They begin to, bend it to their will, to their whims and caprices. So we must be careful to avoid and understand how important this value is, and make sure that we shift away from the temptation to more or less confiscate the little opportunities that we have. Because when the right people are not in the right places, then there's inevitably going to be abuse and the wrong use of resources that there are. And so, that's another major consequence. When a society is not egalitarian, there is monopolization of the businesses. Just one company or one individual takes over a stretch of projects and activities and opportunities, such that, for a very long time, it does not allow others to also step onto the platform and contribute their perspectives and ideas and resources to grant a fresh perspective to how things are done. That is a major damage to national development. Again, when a society is not egalitarian, it leads to a very serious consequence, which is the lack of meritocracy. Yes, another big word, but it's not so strange. I mean, take the word, it's meritocracy. So meritocracy, or the lack of meritocracy, is simply the absence of the capacity for people to earn their place. So, I mean, whatever place you get there by merit. That is, you deserve to be there. So when we don't have an egalitarian society, then we have taken merit out of the picture. And now we begin to put people that do not merit the position they find themselves in. So now when we are putting people there, now we are talking about, oh, this is my friend. This is someone who knows a politician. This is someone who could pay. This is someone whose gender or body shape has given him or her access to this particular opportunity. So when this is absent, then these are some of the things that begin to happen. So instead of giving the right opportunities to the right people, now the tables are turned and you gain opportunities based on who you know. You gain opportunities based on your body shape. You gain opportunities based on the amount of money you have. So you are suffering. You are not getting a job. You are not getting an opportunity. And then to be able to get that opportunity, the cultural setting is that you now have to even procure debt and compromise your values and standards and convictions to be able to earn a place, which, I mean, at the end of the day, you might not even qualify for. So it is a dangerous path that we are setting ourselves to, allowing a society that has not even the playing field, and putting square pegs in round holes. And this has been one of the major issues that has retarded our productivity as a nation, because the wrong people are in the right places, and even worse, the wrong people are in the wrong places. So we are creating opportunities and fixing people and creating certain opportunities and creating certain skill sets that are non-existent, that do not fit the criteria in which they are placed. And when we do this, then there is low productivity. Then there is no ability to progress, because the one in position does not know what he's about. Because so when he gets there, then there is abuse of resources. There's abuse of time. There's wastage of energy and wonderful things we could have used to procure benefits and advance the nation as a whole. So these are some of the major impacts that a non-egalitarian society presents to the nation and even Africa as a whole. So then you realize what happens. There's a cascade here. Non-egalitarian means a lack of meritocracy. Then when that happens, what that means is that nobody wants to, work on himself anymore, because it is not based on merit. It is based on superficial factors, like how much money you have and your body shape and who you know. So why must I study? Why must I work hard? Why must I be the best in my field? Because at the end of the day, it's not going to matter. I would have first class. I would have a great certificate with first class honors. I go, and the one who has not even been to school, because he is the CEO's younger brother or he is affiliated to a politician, he takes the space. So at the end of the day, I'm also tempted and inclined to go find someone who's equally powerful. When this system is established, what that means is that, like I said, then I'm not driven to fight for that position, because the playing field is not even. So what that does is that, so follow the cascade: non-egalitarian, lack of meritocracy, then so there is no competition. There is no desire to give your best. When that happens, now there is no creativity, because I am not committed to what I'm doing, because I am not seeking a unique perspective to put me above the competition that is fighting towards that particular position. I am not driven to discover anything new. So no creativity, no innovation. There is no uniqueness to whatever field that is in question. And when this happens, then we are retrogressing. Then our future is bleak as a nation and as a people. But once again, let's turn the tables to the right side. Let's put the horse before the cart and do things properly. When we begin to value egalitarianism, equality as a group of people, in every sphere of our activities, whether in the church or in the schools or in the workplaces or in the government system, when we begin to appreciate the value of egalitarianism and meritocracy, then now we begin to set and more or less reset the playing field. Now we begin to equalize the opportunities and say that, hey, this is the standard. If you want to get in, then you must go by the principles. You must go by the process. Then when I understand that, okay, I am subject to the same level of principles and discipline that is required to ascend or get into this particular position, then I want to now develop myself in such a way that I can fight hard to earn that place. And when I do earn it, then it is time to keep progressing, because when you start to downgrade in a system of meritocracy, then another will take your place. So you are forced to sustain your efforts. When I do this, then we are looking at the generation of creativity, innovation, and such amazing virtues. So now you realize that when the person who, there's a group of people fighting for a particular opportunity, when one is able to earn that particular opportunity, the others who could not make it are equally sharpened in their training or desire to get to that place. So that skill set that they developed in trying to get there, they channel into other things which are equally event in this disposition. And this begins to garner that corporate development and consciousness onto advancement. So when we do this, you see, that is what will begin to change the atmosphere of national development. And so this is a charge to you, dear viewer, as you watch me, that in whatever field you find yourself, be the best. Because the truth is that as we fight for the establishment of this value, when an egalitarian society is established and meritocracy is the order of the day, then that means that the opportunity goes to the one who is good at what he does, who is the best at what he does. So as you watch me, do not relent in your efforts, because Ghana is going to get better. Africa is going to get there. One day we will create that atmosphere and system, and it begins from you and I. One day you'll be in a position of influence. One day you'll be working with certain people who would have to make decisions on recruiting people into the pool. Then you have to remember this value as you yourself have cultivated and cut it deep into yourself. You'll be able to change the status quo. So the individual, as you watch me, you must build yourself. If you represent or are in an institution, encourage and stand your ground in ensuring that meritocracy is the order of the day. Equality is what rules in the atmosphere. People should not be employed simply because of ethnic affiliation or who you know or your body shape or your gender. Ensure these convictions and uphold these values wherever you stand. In our government system, let us make sure these things are working. Let us recruit the right people into the right positions, into the right portfolios, so that they can give their best. Dear viewer, this has been the Voice of Reformation. Today we've been talking about the value of egalitarianism. Big word, but now you understand it. Do well to like this video, share your thoughts in the comment section, and share this video with your friends. Let them also understand. Tell them you've learned a big word today, and even more importantly, a very valuable virtue, as it were. Share with them. Let us all work towards the building of this nation. I believe that Ghana will get better. The New African Concept, we believe that Ghana will get better, and so must you. We'll see you in the next discussion.